The biggest strength of being in the kitchen, I would have to say just working with my fellow classmates and my other employees, and it's to get to know each other and learn our own strengths and weaknesses and work off of that. Sometimes with me being a leader in the kitchen, it doesn't always work out because there's other people that can overthrow you. Depending on how much of a leader you are, you can be a strong leader or a quiet, petite leader like I am sometimes. The conflict that goes on in the kitchen, we do like to bite off heads sometimes. We just fix it later on when it's outside of the kitchen. Yeah, it causes some tension, and we learn to just brush it off our shoulders and go on. That's what I usually do. Oh, communication is absolutely important in the kitchen, because if not, you're likely to get burned or just way behind. Well, since I can't do much this week.
Why is that?
I have a broken elbow.
Let me see, hold on. Yeah, okay, so we saw that in the kitchen. Tell me exactly what you did in there. What's happening? How'd you work with that arm like that?
I made, in the kitchen, I made homemade mac and cheese for Chuck's son that was coming today, since he was the only kid that usually comes to the restaurant. Of course, I grated cheese and helped him make a bechamel, and he made the roux. But altogether, it was a teamwork. It was teamwork because he knows I can't do much. My ideal work environment right now is sort of like what I'm working with over at the Creation Museum. That's where I'm doing my internship. It's a nice, like hectic but laid back kind of environment. We work together as a team and we make sure everything gets out fresh from scratch and the customer's happy. And we only work with maybe 10 people at a time, like in the kitchen. I like a fast pace, but sort of laid back at sometimes, but mostly fast paced. I like to work with my hands and be able to be on top of things. I don't like to be bored. AI has influenced me a lot through the years. They have taught me many things. I've learned many things. And coming in here, I didn't have any experience whatsoever. And now I can go out into the work field and be able to perform at the highest rank that I can because of AI. I was 6. My grandma taught me how to make my first egg sandwich. So that was my first thing that I made, was an egg sandwich, and I've been cooking my whole life. And that's pretty much what inspired me, was just cooking at 6 years old. Edible art to me means a creation on a plate that is built up to where people can admire it but still eat it. And that's what I think edible art is. People admire the work that you do. I love working with food. I love being able to create different things with food. Just building on top of just on paper just doesn't seem like the perfect ideal job for me to do. Working in an up-paced environment to where I can work on a foundation that's a plate and work my way up. Working with a three-dimensional, I guess, kind of thing is what I prefer to do instead of working on paper, because I want to open up a catering business in my hometown and give my hometown a little bit of art, because there's nothing, no bakeries, no catering in my hometown. So I want to be able to liven the area with edible art.
That's a wrap.